guys, I'm Annabelle, and welcome back to Meeple Village. Today we're going to be playing the Queen's Architect. This is a Eurogame for 2 to 4 players, and we're going to, well, become the Queen's Architect and build a beautiful palace. Why don't you just join me at the table and let's play the Queen's Architect. I have the game almost set up. I do want to go over setup with you guys so you know how to set up the game at the beginning. We'll do that, and then I'll tell you a little bit of what the game's all about. But the first thing we do is we look at the appreciation tracker. That's this thing down here, and we're going to randomize the appreciation tracker. I guess you can call them points. And this is kind of our victory point tracker. Yeah, because we're trying in a way, we're racing to go all the way all the way to the top of this of this track. So randomly we have a 5, an 8, a 7, another 5, another 7, another 7, a 6, a 9, and another 6. And these, which were what, an 8, a 6, and a 4, are out of the game, and we're not going to use them for this game. They might show up next game, so you never know exactly what your appreciation track is going to consist of. Next up, the game asks us to prepare our player areas, and I'm going to be doing a 2-player run through, red against yellow. So we get a star, which is really our rondel. Everybody has their own star, which is a way that we're going to be taking actions, walking around that rondel. We have a figure here to indicate where we're at. This is our tavern, and that's going to be where we're going to refresh. And I'll tell you why later. But we put one of our dudes down here. Same for the yellow player, and we have our guilds there, which you'll understand when I tell you what the game's all about, right? But I've done that for all that. We also have building little cubes to indicate where we've built, and we start with 2 bonds, which represent 2 thalers each. The name of the money in this game is thalers. I will probably be calling it dollars, coins, gold, any variation of that. But the name is thalers, and at least I've said it twice. That's probably all you're gonna get though. Next up, we're going to put our price marker here, and this is a price marker that is specific for the top tile. It doesn't affect any of the other tiles on the bottom, and again, you'll understand that when we start playing. Next, we have to populate the board because, yeah, that's random as well. So you see all these tiles I have here? We're going to go ahead and put them on the board, and I think we're gonna have extras. So for example, this 2 matches there. Let's see. We got to make sure we get all of them. Yep, I got them all. So these, they're out of the game. So you see that we have a lot left, which means that each game is going to have, well, different ways of playing it. Not playing it, but really like achieving our goals. Next, we're going to prepare our craftsman. Now, there's 2 different types. There's craftsmen that have exclamation mark, and then there's the ones that don't. The ones with the exclamation mark are our starting craftsmen. So we're going to give those a shuffle. Okay. Okay. And we also have to shuffle these, which, oh wow, if those were hard. Easy. Do it like that. Okay, so now we place our starting ones, and I'm going to take from the starting pile and place them, and they have to look right side up, I guess, with their guild symbol at the top. So, okay, we get 2 purples. All right, and these all have names. I can never remember. I'll tell you though in a minute what their names are. Okay, and then depending on the number of players, we have some extra ones that are going to be dealt here because there's a draft at the beginning of the game. So for a 2-player game is 2. For more players is obviously is going to be higher. But for now, that's it. And then these go on top of the other ones, and we have a whole pile of characters that are going to be showing up throughout the game. Now, I am going to be going from this side to that side, playing the 2 players. So if I keep this here, it's going to be a disaster every 2 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move. I'm going to keep a few. Then I'm going to move the rest off camera, and when I need more, I'll just get them from off camera and refill. I'll keep them shuffled the way we did and just put them to the side. Finally, I have my coins and my other bonds here near the game board ready to be used. And with that, oh, and also our, forgot to tell you, our little caravan is in the middle of the game board. That's where everybody starts. So we've set it up. Now we can go to gameplay. Okay, so in case you're not familiar with this game, the Queen's Architect sets us up as, I guess we could call it, we're not really architects, we're more like we have a construction company of sorts, and we hire architects that help us construct around town. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to gain the Queen's appreciation, and we do that by going up this track. You'll see that done because as soon as we go all the way to the top of the track, then the Queen is kind of like, she's like, oh, well, sure, yeah, I see that the town appreciates your work, so you can be my architect. And once we are at the top of the track, we get to come back down to the middle of the game board and construct here, because this is the Queen's Palace. And if we construct here, well, then we are the Queen's Architect. And the way we have to do it, though, is by traveling first around town and building for the town. I'm going to go ahead and draft for these, and what I wanted to do is show you 2 different strategies. I think that might help you see when you play what strategy is best. Now, it's hard because I'm me, and I'm gonna always think like me. If you have another player, they're gonna think like the other player, but I'm going to try to keep one of the players going really fast for small buildings, small parts of town, which are called villages. So we have on the bottom of the board, I love that it kind of reminds you of the maximum that you can get, maximum appreciation that you can get for all 3 of the buildings that you're going to be constructing. Now the lower one, you get a max of 10, that's a village. Next up is a monastery. And then the biggest one we can build that we can get 20 appreciation points for is a town. So with that in mind, I'm going to have one player focus on villages and try to go real quick, and then I'm going to have the yellow player go big or go home, and see which one is victorious at the end. So with that in mind, I have to draft, and we need to pick randomly first player. I'm just going to have red be the first player because it's on my left. And what does he want to pick? So the way I would do it is I go ahead and I know I'm here. So what's around me that's small and I can get it fast. So if I see here's a small village that takes, what is this? I'm not going to remember these names. I'm just going to call them by color, but I did tell you I was going to tell you what they are. So let me tell you what they are once, all the colors, and then from then on I probably will never use those names again. So right here in the manual there's the name of all of them. I just call them brown, black, white, gray, orange, and purple. But their true names are Lumberjack, Blacksmith, Glazier, Stonemason, Bricklayer, and Tailor. Okay, so I know I need a gray and a purple, and I see that there's a gray but no purple. But there are purples out in the market, not that they're cheap or anything, so I'm gonna go ahead. Is there any other town that's close by? Let's see, this one is 3, 1, 2. That is the closest, that is the smallest one. If I want it, I could go 1, 2, and there's a white and a purple. There's still no purple out there. So I'm just gonna stick to my original plan and try to head up there. So I'm gonna get the gray. Now, once you get the gray, the placement of your craftsman is important, because craftsmen, as they work for you, they kind of get tired and want to retire, or at least want to take a break. And that's when that tavern comes into place. If you send one of your craftsmen to a tavern, you can help them refresh and work for you longer. So in order for you to understand that, you have to look at where I'm going to place this and how it's going to work. So here's my little star rondel that I talked about, but apart from it being a rondel, it also is going to hold my craftsman. So see these little hammers there? Those are all the open spots that I have for craftsmen that can come and help me in my construction endeavors. So this craftsman that I just got is going to be placed like that in one of those empty hammers. Now, I have to start him in the start position. And see that guild symbol, which means he's a, what is it, stonemason, I think? I don't remember anymore. I put it on the number that's to the left of that. So he's going to start like so, with the 3 pointing to my hammer. Now, as he works and completes jobs for me, I need to start turning him. And then he does another job for me, and I'll turn him. And I'll turn him again. And I'll turn him again. And I'll turn him again. See that little arrow? That means that that's it. He's done. He's going to retire after this job. So once I complete a job and he helps me, instead of turning it, see that there's no arrow? He goes home and retires and maybe gets a pension. I'm not sure. But for now, he's fresh and he's just starting, so we can put him there. Now, there's something else that we can do, and this is only during the first turn, and we have to decide now. So not even the first turn, the beginning of the game when we draft. If we want, we can get this guy a little tired to get some thalers, some coins, because money is hard to get by in this game. So it is my choice, and I can rotate him as much as I want. I know that I would at least rotate him once, because he's giving me still a 3, which you will understand that when we start building. But I think I'm going to go further and do 2. And with that, I could even do 3, but then I run the risk that he's going to leave me soon. Don't even know if I want to do, maybe I'll do more on my other guy, because I know my other guy, I don't need him right away. So with that in mind, I started here. I'm just going to rotate him 1, keep him at 3, but getting a thaler. So I've earned my first money in the game. Okay, now the red player has a chance to go ahead and draft one of these. And remember, red player wants to go big or go home. So what's the biggest that's still close by? I have this one. I have this one. So lots of choices. This one needs black and orange. I see a black and orange. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to take a black. And now we go to the yellow player star to position this new worker. So this guy will start at 5. Not bad. But if I flip it 1 and 2, he's back to 5. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 thalers because I rotated him twice. All right, so I'll go ahead and put those 2 over here. Now, just in like most drafting games, once the last player drafts, he goes again. He gets to draft another tile. It's like a snake around. So yellow player is going to be able to pick another tile, and that's why I said, you know what, I'll just go for black and orange, because I see that they're both there, and I know 100% that I can get both. So this orange tile will start at 5 as well, and if I flip it 1 and 2, I can get 2 money. Sure, I will do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get another 2 thalers. So the yellow player is up to 4 thalers. And of course, now we're back to the red player, who has no choice but to take this guy. And where is he going to place him? I will tell you that it doesn't matter where you place him in your star. It does the same thing. So it doesn't matter if I place him over here or over here. That's not really, that doesn't come into play at all. So let's put this guy, let's say here, and how many times? I said I was going to rotate this guy a lot so I can get some money. So 1, 2, 3. Let's do it like that so that at least he's a 3 and not a 0. And he's almost ready to retire. But I do get 3 thalers. And yes, I am very surprised that I'm still calling them thalers. I didn't think I was going to. But hey, as long as I'm calling them thalers, I'm calling them thalers. Hey, right, the right name. I'm sure it's, you're gonna hear a bunch of things. But in any case, we're done with our drafting, so we're ready to start the game. Red player is going to go first. Now, in order to know what we can do, we're going to go to the rondel. So the actions on the rondel are above this little guy right here. That's the construction action, which we're going to do, I'm sure. We construct and then we get appreciation. over here is day labor, so we get a little bit of cash if we do that action. Down here we get to hire. Down here we get to change our bonds. Remember we started with 2 of these, so we get to exchange them for money, and we can also just gain confidence, have the bond trader gain more confidence in us, because over here in this tracker, that's our bonds and our confidence. We start with at pretty much level 1 in confidence, which means that any bond, if we go here exchange bonds for money, we can only exchange 1 bond to get with every bond is $2, but we can only exchange 1. I started with 2, remember? So I wouldn't even be able to exchange the 2. I would only be able to exchange 1. But if I spend some time and gain his confidence, then I can exchange 2 and 3 and at some point up to 4. And we're going to be getting a bunch of bonds during the game. But again, you'll see that when we get there. And then the next action is a travel action. We get to travel, and of course travel costs money. You'll see that when we get to travel. And then over here, it's our tavern action when, like I said, we get to refresh our guys by taking them to the tavern. The tavern is here. We have a salon, a bar, and then we have a dormitory where they can sleep. And you'll see that done as well when we take guys to the tavern. But for now, I think this is the guy that's going to be in a hurry. So because he's going to be in a hurry and he wants to hire somebody as soon as he can, he has $4 and he needs a purple guy, and he does not have a purple guy. So I'm going to go get me some money. Well, we get money depending on how many people are working for us. And right now we have 2 people working for us. It's 2 rounded. It's half of the amount of craftsmen we have rounded up. So we have 2 craftsmen, then we're going to be getting 1 taller. Also, in case I didn't say it and I don't remember saying it, during our turn, I was here. I can move 1, 2, or 3 spaces. So I could have done 1 and stay here day labor, which was what I did, or I could have gone 2 and take a higher action, or I could have even gone 1, 2, 3 and take a bond action. But I decided to go here, and now I'm going to get 1 more taller. So now I'm up to 5, which is what I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to hire this purple tailor, I believe, so I can finally be on my way to town and start construction. But that was my turn. That was it. And I know it's taking a lot longer because I'm explaining what's going on to you, but it really can go fast if you know how to play the game. So we're going to the yellow player, and he also has 4 talers, and he still needs, let's see, a brown and a gray. The brown is really cheap. It's only 1, and the gray is 4. So I think because he wants to go big and go home, he's going to try and hire. He doesn't want this guy to get any more expensive, which will happen if someone buys 1 from the top. They all slide up, and he will cost 2, or 2 in this case, because you can only buy 1. You can only hire 1 craftsman at a time. So with that said, let's go to his rondel. He's going to skip the day labor for now and go to hire, and he's going to go ahead and hire. So he's taking the hire action. He looks around. I know he still needs a gray and a brown. You would think he would go for the cheap one, but when you buy from the market, when you hire them, you have to be careful because, yeah, he's cheap, but he's also going to retire soon. Let me show you. Yeah, this guy only costs 1 taler, but when you place him, see that hammer? That tells you where he's going to be placed. So I have to place him with my hammer pointing to the last thing on his rondel, right? He's going to go retire after this work. So yes, he's very cheap, but he's only going to work once for me. However, this gray guy, I forgot his name. Is he the stonemason? I need to remember these things so I can. No, he's not the stonemason. Metalwork? Could be metalwork. Anyways, the gray dude, he costs 4. Sure, it costs a little bit more, but I'm going to start him here. He's not a very good worker. He's only giving me 1 power, but he has a lot more time before he is going to retire. So I'm going to pay him all of my talers and get this guy. I can only get 1 no matter what. So let's get him. So I've placed them with the 1 facing my hammer, ready to go. And now I have 3 out of the 4 that I need. Like I said before, once somebody buys, everybody moves up. Before everybody moves up, I should have done this, but it doesn't really matter at this point. If no one buys, like if the player doesn't buy the top craftsman, he gets a little cheaper. It's kind of like no one wants him, so he decides to be higher for a little bit cheaper. So he now costs only 5 instead of 6. And then this spot right here, we're going to get a new craftsman, a black. And that's it for yellow player. So we go back to the red player. Let's see what else is he going to do. I think he's ready to hire. Now that he has the $5, he was really looking to get that guy. Now he has a choice, because this guy just turned into a $5, which isn't that what he has? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So now he just turned into a $5 guy, and he starts much better than this guy. So I have my eyes on the top guy. I can move 1, 2, 3 on the rondels. I'm just gonna move 1 here and do the higher action. I'm gonna pay all of my 5 talers. And I'm going to get the top guy. The good thing about him is that if you look at where the hammer is, he starts fresh right off, like he's brand new person. He starts at 6'2", which is a pretty high number. So I'm gonna take him and put him on my star with the number 6. Now I can't go ahead and rotate him to get talers like I did with the initial guys that I drafted. That does not happen anymore. Now because I did buy the top guy, this gets refreshed and back to the highest number. Everything goes up and we get a new one. Okay, facing up like that. Okay, so that was the red player's turn. Now we go back to the yellow player. What does he want to do this turn? I think because he's playing the long game, he wants to go ahead and take advantage of the bonds, getting that confidence up so he can exchange more bonds every time he visits the bond exchange. He's in no hurry. He's just gonna move 1 and take that action. Now I do have a choice. I could either exchange my bonds. I could only exchange 1 because I am at level 1, but I could exchange 1 bond and get $2 back, which I highly need. Or I can just take my time and go up and build the confidence. If I do that, I cannot exchange the money. I gotta pick one or the other. But for now, I'm just gonna exchange. I'm gonna go up on the confidence track, so that next time when I go around, I can get 2 bonds exchanged. That's 4 talers. Remember I told you that red player has this kind of like, I want to go fast. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same. I'm going to visit the bond exchange, but I'm going to do it to go ahead and get more talers, because I noticed that once I finish building here, I can move to the town that is right next to me. When I do that, all I need is an orange, which is a brick layer, I think, brick worker, and I see that there's 2 brick layers in the market. So I just want money so that I can go ahead and buy them when I go around. So exchange 1, get 2 talers. And let's see how that strategy works out for him. And that's it for him. He's done everything he's wanted to do. Now I, as the yellow player, have the next action. And I know that if I stay where I'm at, I cannot build. So I'm going to go ahead and travel. Now in order to travel, like I told you before, it costs money. So I love that the board itself has a little reminder of how much it costs to move. So if I move 1, it's free. But if I move 2 spaces, it costs me a taler. If I move 3 spaces, 3 talers, etc., etc. So the more I move, the more expensive it gets. I'm guessing we have to stay at fancy hotels the further we move. Now I have no money, so all I can move is 1, but it's going to be I'm going to be closer to my destination and I might as well do it. So the yellow player is going to come here and be ready to jump to where he needs to be, hopefully next go around. Now, it's important to notice that in this game, we don't, what do you call it? We don't obstruct each other's path. So two players can be in the same spot or pass through somebody where someone else is. We are not here to fight over traveling roads. There's plenty of roads for everybody. But that's the yellow player's turn, easy as that. Now we go back to the red players and let's see what he's gonna do. He probably wants to travel as well. The red player has 2 talers, but I don't even think he needs them. He's gonna move to take a travel action. And he has his sight set on that, what is it called, village. Over here, that's where he wants to be. So once now he's situated, and that didn't cost him anything because he only moved 1. It's a long and windy road, but it's only 1 road, so that is free movement action. So we go back to the yellow player, and there's only 2 actions left. He could go to the tavern, he can construct, or he can start back up the rondel again. I know he's not ready to construct because he doesn't have that one architect that he needs. Right, because he has the orange, the black, the gray, but he still needs the brown. But does he want to visit the tavern? He would love to visit the tavern and refresh one of his guys that, even though they haven't really worked for him, came to the construction company already tired. However, if you notice, there are costs for going to the tavern. I mean, obviously, taverns are not free. You have to pay for your accommodations, and he has no money. So we're going to have to skip that. So we're skipping this. He also cannot construct because he's missing a guy. So we can only move up to 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. He, regardless of whether he wants to or not, he has to. He's going to pick to go to do the day labor action. Now he has 3, and that's half rounded up. So he will be still getting 2 talers. Well, there's one more thing that he can do. This craftsman that he just hired is really good at day labor. He's especially good at day labor. If you notice, he has this little action here, a little icon here that the other guys do not have. The other guys only have appreciate. Actually, this guy has it too. So he has 2 guys that are really good at day labor. So if he wants to, he can rotate the guy once clockwise to get an additional 2 talers. So he's already getting 2 talers. Does he want to rotate this guy? I think he will. He's going to get another 2 talers from this, putting him up to 4. 2 because he has 3 guys, and 2 bonus for this guy. And then how about you? Do you want to give me another $2 and make me rich? I don't think so, because he's going to turn into a 1 and then soon he's going to retire. So I think I'm happy with just getting another $2. Am I though? Because I do need to buy, you know what? I guess I'll have to, because if I want to get the, no, I think I'm good. With $4 I can get the guy I'm looking for. Of course, if someone hires, then I'm in trouble. So I rotated one of them, but not the other. 2, 4, and I can do that anytime I do the day labor. I can make them work a little harder and get those extra bonus coins. But that's it for the yellow player. We go back to the red player. What is he going to do? He wants to, is he going to go to the tavern? He has $2, so he could send some people to the tavern. Looking at his guys, this guy's totally refreshed. He doesn't need to be taverned, if that's a new verb that I just came up with. This guy, if I tavern him, let's see, we move him this way. We kind of make him be refreshed, totally brand new gray. So that's not a bad idea. And this guy, if we go backwards, he's going to turn into a 1, which is not great. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to keep him for now, but I will send Mr. Gray to the tavern. So I'm going to, again, go backwards, counterclockwise, and he's refreshed. Now, what I do is, I come down to my tavern, and he's gray, so I have to make sure that the gray guild, which is right here, has entered the tavern. So there he is, and I also have to make sure I pay. And I've only sent one of my guild members, or one of my guilds, because I could have sent with this gray token. If I had multiple gray workers, which I can't have multiple gray workers, they just cannot have the same pictures. It cannot be the same guy. gonna be twins, identical twins, but I can have multiple grays. And with $1, I would have been able to refresh all of them. But I only have one gray, so again, it's $1. So I'm gonna pay that to the bank, and then he's in the salon. What would happen is the next time I take a tavern action, he will go into the dormitory. And the next time I take a tavern action, he actually can come out and I can do it again. So I cannot refresh him. This guild I cannot refresh again until he comes out of that tavern. So with that said, you have to be careful when you send your guys to the tavern, because you're not going to be able to send them again and refresh them. But with that, we've done the tavern action, which means you've seen almost all of the actions. The only one you're missing is construction, which I'm sure is going to come up, because if we don't construct, we cannot win. But the yellow player, what does he want to do this turn? Remember, he wanted to hire, and he's only one away from that hiring action. So he's going to go ahead and hire that last worker he needs. So the brown craftsman, which I'm sure has a name, woodcutter, I believe he's the woodcutter. Actually, he's a lumberjack. I just checked. So the lumberjack, I'm going to take the only lumberjack. That's what I need, right? I have the orange, I have the black, I have the gray. Yeah, I'm missing the lumberjack. So I'm going to take the only lumberjack that's there. It's going to cost me 3 out of my $4. And where's the hammer? The hammer is on this one right here. So let's put the one towards my hammer. And I now have everybody that I need to go work on that town. Nobody bought the top guy. I mean, I didn't buy that top guy. This guy's go up. We get a new lumberjack that comes and joins, and now we go back to the red player. I told you that red player was going to be in a hurry to build, so let's have him build. Now, when you build, you have options. If you're in a town and you meet, not in a town, if you're in a place and you meet the requirements for that place, which means that you have the workers that are needed in that place, and you haven't built there yet, because you can only build in each place once, then you can build. But if you want, instead, you can do repairs, and you can do repairs no matter where you're at. And when you do repairs, you choose up to 3 of your craftsmen, and they have to be from different guilds. So you cannot have 2 tailors join in, 2 purple guys join in. It has to be 3 different colors. And what you are going to do is you're going to rotate those 3 craftsmen that you choose in order to gain appreciation points for doing repairs. Doesn't matter if you match or not, don't match, whatever, wherever you're at. You don't worry about matching. All you worry about is picking 3 of your guys and putting them to work a little bit and doing some repairs, and then you gain appreciation depending on the symbol on the center of the tile. Let me show you. Every tile is going to have a number in the middle, so that's going to be the amount of appreciation that you earn when you do repairs. So if I choose now that I'm taking a construction action, if instead of constructing in the village where I'm at, if I choose to do repairs, I can rotate these 3 guys, and I will be getting 4 appreciation points. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 4. However, that's not what I'm here for. I want to build, and I want to build in this town, and I have what it takes to do it. So when you build in a town, as opposed to when you do repairs, everybody that's in your construction company is going to be put to work, whether they fit the bill or not, whether they match with what's in the town. So you do need to have at least a purple and a gray, but then you can have any other workers join in and help out. So I'm going to declare that I'm going to build. So I'm going to put one of my red cubes in the village. Now you want to be the first one to build, because that impresses people the most. And if you're the first one to build, you get -0, which means that if you're the second to build, you're going to get -2 to your appreciation, because of course they appreciate that you were the first one there, first one to help them out. And if you're a third player, which in this game we won't have a third player, but if you had a third player build there, then it's -4 points. So let's see. First, we need to notice our max appreciation that we can earn is 10. Now we go to our craftsman, and we're going to get -0 to whatever number our craftsman gives us. Let's count how much appreciation we can earn, up to 10. So what we do is we count the numbers that are facing our hammer. So we have 6 plus 3 plus 3, so we got 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 appreciation. Now we can only count 10 of that 12. And then once we do that, we're going to be able to start advancing in the appreciation track. So we have 12. Let's see, we have enough to jump to the first spot because we have more than 5, right? But now that we have, actually we don't have 12, we have 10, because remember 10 is the max that we can earn. So out of those 10, we've used 5. We have 5 left. We cannot jump to the next step because the next step requires 8 to jump to. So we're kind of stuck here, and we have 5 extra appreciation that we didn't use. Now what happens with that 5 appreciation? We get it in bonds, 1-to-1. So we're going to be getting 5 bonds. And that's why you want to build your confidence at the bond exchange, because you want to exchange a bunch of bonds in one go, because now I'm stuck with 6 bonds altogether, the 5 new that I'm getting and the one that I already had. So I'm going to have 6 bonds sitting, and I won't be able to convert them into money until like one every time I pass through the rondel. But that's, I went fast and I went bold, and that's what happened. So here is my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just put it here on the red players. And now you've seen all the actions, but we're not done. Let's go to the yellow player's turn. The yellow player saw what happened when you if you get a bunch of bonds into your hand. So just to be safe, he's going to visit the bond exchange, not to exchange. He could exchange the 2 that he's got and get 4 thalers, but he's got all the bodies that he needs to build. So he's just going to go up. So when he gets a bunch of bonds after he builds this turn, he can exchange them for more money at the exchange. And now we're back to the red player's turn, and he needs some money because he needs to, well, he needs to hire orange. So he's definitely going to take a day laborer's action and just make some money. He has 3 guys, so that's 2 thalers. Okay, we go back to the yellow player's turn. He doesn't need to travel. He can skip through the travel action. Does he want to visit the tavern? Now he's got $1. Let's see. If he visits the tavern, right now we're looking at, let's see, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 out of the 20 that he can get in town. So is there a way to go back and, let's see, get more for their bucks? This arrows always confuse me. This guy would turn into a 2. That's not bad. I mean, it's 1 more. This guy will turn into a 1. So no, actually this, nope, yeah. What? No, this way. Turns into a 1, so we don't want to do that. This guy's a 5. I don't think we want him. And this guy's going to turn into a 1. So I think we can do the brown, just so that we can get 1 more appreciation. Actually, which way? I always get confused. Is this way, right? Yeah, counterclockwise. Turn him into a 2. I will have to pay my 1 thaler. Now I look for the, what is he? Is he the lumberjack? He is the lumberjack. The lumberjack is going in the tavern. There he is. Beautiful. That was it for the yellow player. Now we go back to our red friend who needs to hire. Does he have enough to hire? He needs an orange. He has 3 thalers. There is an orange brick layer that only costs 2. So he's going to take a hire action and pay his $2 to hire this guy. Where's the hammer? Over here. So what I like to do is I like to put my thumb so that I don't forget where I need to place him. There he is. And nobody bought the top one, so he gets even cheaper. Things go back up. There he is. And that's the red player's turn. Let's go back to the yellow player. Again, he can travel. And actually, he does need to travel because he's not where he's supposed to be. So he's going to go ahead and take a travel action and travel just 1. He doesn't have any money, so he can't travel any further. But that's where he wants to be. That's where he wants to construct this turn. And that's it. We go back to the red player's turn. He could exchange some bonds, or he can build that confidence up. He's got the people he needs. So I think this turn he's going to go visit them, but to go higher on the confidence track so that he can exchange at least 2 bonds per trip to the bond exchange. We're back to the yellow. he could go to the tavern. Did he just go to the tavern? Did I mess that up? Yeah, I think I went to the tavern when I hired. Well, I mean, it's not really going to affect anything because I would have skipped through this, but I should be more careful with that. He did not hire this turn. He went to the tavern. All right, well, he's going to go ahead and build because now he's got the 4 people he needs. He's at the right place, and he knows he can go up to 20. Now, there's something special about when you actually do a work action in town. And of course, I should have paid a little bit more attention to that because the special thing is that you get a bonus when you build here. And this bonus is that you get to do a hire action immediately. Unfortunately, our friend, well, he has no money, so he cannot hire. If he either even had 1 taler, he could at least hire this cheap guy, but that he's just going to waste that free action, unfortunately. But regardless, he's going to declare that he's building, so he got here first, so he is also at -0. And then we count how much appreciation. I think we did, but let's just recheck it. And before I continue with this action, for his construction, I forgot to rotate everybody. They should have all rotate. That was terrible. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. Forgot. This guy is brand new, so I'm not gonna rotate him. But that's how they stand right now. This guy is contributing 0 to the build. I won't forget, hopefully this time, but let's see. We have 2 plus 3, 5, plus 5, 10, 12. So we are up to 12 appreciation points. We can have a max up to of 20. Before I forget, let me flip everybody, and then we'll go spend those 12 in the appreciation track. Okay, so I think we're in kind of the same predicament. Unfortunately, I have the 5 to move up, but then I only have 7 left. So with 7, I cannot make it to to the second step. Unfortunately, it's a lot. It's 7, so I'm going to get 7 bonds. I will probably, if I could exchange a bunch of these, 2, 3, won't hurt for money for a while. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I have 7 in my possession now. Okay, and that's it. That's the end of the construction. We go back to the red player's turn. So this time the red player wants to travel because needs to get to the next town that needs some construction. So I'm going to take a travel action. I have 1 taler to my name. Do I need it? I really don't need it. I'm going to just travel 1 space, so it's free. So I'm going to position myself here. It needs purple, orange, and white. Purple, orange, and white. I've got the 3 guys, but that we'll worry about next time when it's her turn. Still 2. We're not doing the construction action yet. So we go back to the yellow player who is sitting on a bunch of things. He already constructed, so he needs to look into what's next in his horizon. Let's see, if he goes to the monastery, which is a pretty, it's not it's not a town, but towns are kind of far, but if he makes his way up to town, he needs a gray, a purple, and a lumberjack. He's got a gray, does he? No, he does not. Yeah, he has a gray, but he has a lumberjack. He doesn't have a tailor. But tailor is pretty cheap if he goes, but of course he has no money. And if he does a day labor, he would get $2 and maybe some bonuses from all the guys. Yeah, he could probably do that so that he can go here and go up his way because he needs pretty much, he needs a tailor as well. So he's gonna take labor action. It's 4 divided in half is 2, so he gets 2 for sure. And now he has to figure out if he wants to put his good day laborers to work. So I think he's going to get this guy. He has the icon, so that gives him another 2. And let's see, actually, he has the symbol. Does he want to make him work and put him to 1? I don't think so. I think he'd like to take him to the tavern so he can get back that 3. What about this guy? If he puts him to work, he'll be at 3, but he'll retire. So I don't think he's going to do that. He's got the $4 that he needs. The top tailor, it costs $4 right now. He's on special. Unless, of course, the red player messes his plans. But which could happen. But that's it for him. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna see if he's gonna mess up his plans. He has a choice between day labor, construction, and tavern. Does he want to go visit the tavern? If he doesn't go visit the tavern, it's gonna take him a little. So I think he might visit the tavern. Let's check it out. Okay, who can I refresh? This guy is about to retire if I don't refresh him. Of course, he'll go down to just 1. This guy is also about to retire, and he's giving me 0, so I definitely would love to get this guy in. And I only have $1, so I think we found a winner. I'm going to move this guy back before I forget, turning him into a 3. I'm going to pay my taler, and I'm going to visit the tavern with this guy. But before you put him in there, I need to refresh everybody. So if there was anybody in the dormitory, they would come out, but there aren't anyone. There's no one here. But this guy goes to sleep, and now that that's done, then I can go ahead and the guy that I just paid for goes in there to the salon to have a little bit of a drink. And that's that guy's turn. So we go back to the player, the yellow player, who is happy to know that he can hire. And this time, that's a hire action, not a tavern action. Got it right. I'm going to pay all my money to hire this guy. And if I wouldn't have hired, let's say that I've hired this guy instead. At the end of the turn, I cannot go lower. So what happens is this guy also gets discarded out of the game, and we would refresh it. But as it is, I did buy it. So thumb over there, that's where he goes. And I'm running out of space on my tableau. I only have room for 1 more guy. But of course, these guys are going to start dying on me, all that crazy stuff. So this gets refreshed, and everybody goes up. And we get a new out. And that was his turn. So we go back to the red player's turn, who we did go to the tavern. Okay, so now he's ready to construct again. So he's going to move to the top and have do a construction action. Now, max appreciation you can get at a monastery is 15. He's going to put a dude here to declare that he's the first one to build. And now let's count his appreciation points up to 15, of course. All right, so again, even though we only need purple, orange, and white, everybody gets to work. So we have 2 plus 3, 5, plus 4, 9, plus 3, 11. So we were close to 15, but not quite. So 11. So everybody rotates. This guy is back to that 0 again. Okay, and now we go spend 11 over at the appreciation track. All right, so with 11, the red player can jump over the 8, and he has 3 left, and 3 is not enough to go over that 7, so he's going to get those in bonds. So another 3 bonds. We're going to run out of bonds very, very soon if we don't start exchanging these. Okay. All right, so that was the red players. Now we go back to the yellow player. What's he gonna do? I think he's gonna visit the money exchange, and this time he's actually gonna get some money. He can exchange, let's see, he can exchange 3 at a time, and I could take a little bit more time and go up to 4. I already have everybody that I need to hire hired, but I'm just afraid that we're gonna run out of bonds, and that's not bueno. Also, I just want to have some cash in hand. I feel like when I have no cash, I can't travel. Like, I'm restricted in a lot of ways, so I can go ahead and use this go around to exchange 3 of them, and then maybe next time I can build up my confidence up. And once you build your confidence up to 4, that's it. That's the highest you can ever go. So I'm almost at max, so I think it's okay for me to spend a little bit of time just getting some money. So that's gonna give me $6. I'll just take 2 of these 3s, and that's it for the yellow player's turn. We go to the red player's turn, and you see how it turns are really, really quick, really fast. And of course, if you play with other people, they're kind of making decisions while you're taking your turn. They're thinking of what they're gonna do on their turns, and the game goes it's really fast paced. It really is. There's a lot to think about though, because you need to be buying at the right turn, etc., etc. But at least this gives you an idea of how fast the game can really go. Even though I'm talking and making decisions slowly because I'm keeping track of 2 players, but you know what I'm saying. So we go back to red player, and I mean, does he want to do day labor? I don't think that he necessarily needs to. He has so many bonds that he could be exchanging if he only, had the time. But let's see. Stay here, guys. He's already built, so he wants to find another quick little place that he can go to. He's next to a town, Let's see. He has a bunch of people. Does he have brown? No. He has a tailor. He has gray. He doesn't have a blacksmith, so he's missing 2 here, so not that great. But let's see. This will only be travel 2, and it's a white and a purple, and he has white and a purple. So I think that's where our eyes are going to go to. However, we do need money to travel. But we can stop by the bond exchange before we travel, so we could get money here by exchanging some of our bonds. So 1, 2, 3, actually let's do that now, because I don't want money from just day labor. I don't want to hire anybody. I got everybody I need, so 3 it is. We're here at the bond exchange, and right now we can exchange 2 bonds every time we come, so I'm going to get $4 for that. I take my 2 bonds, put it back, and then here's my $4, which are going to help me travel next turn. So I'm back over here, and I need to travel, correct? Where am I going? Well, I'm going, where am I going? Am I going next door? Is that what I said I was going to do? Let's see, am I going up or down? I forgot already. I have the gray, I have the purple, and I have the lumberjack. So we're going up. So I'm going to move 1 so I can travel for free up here, and that's it. That's my turn. Let's go back to our friend who also is going to travel. However, he needs to travel 2. So if he travels 2, it's 1 taler. So I'm going to spend my taler and quickly 1, 2 get down here where I can construct, because I'm in a hurry. All right, back to our yellow player. He can go to the tavern or he can construct. I know he wants to construct. Does he? He has money now. So does he want to visit the tavern and refresh some of his guys? Let's see. If he refreshes, and here we go with the arrows. If he refreshes this guy, I'll go down to 1. If he refreshes this one, that one's a nice one. He can go up to 3. If he refreshes, so maybe this guy. I'm gonna leave it like that so that I remember. He would go up to 5, am I right? No. Yes. Yes, he would, right? Because it's counterclockwise. So that guy is a good candidate. This guy will go to 2, which is not, nope, he would go to 2 counterclockwise. So that's not bad either. He can't do this guy because he's already at the tavern. And finally, if I refresh, I can't refresh him. He's like brand new, isn't he? Yes, he is. Okay, so I have 3 guys. Do I want to refresh all of them? If I look here, 3 guys will cost me all of my money, $6. But I'm here, I might as well, right? I think I'm gonna do it. I can, on my next go around, I can get another $6, or I can go high. I mean, I keeping these guys around for a little longer, I think it's gonna pay off in the end. So not flip, but rotate. And, okay, this guy, counterclockwise, counterclockwise, and counterclockwise. And now we have to find the orange, the black, and the gray. So again, first move this guy, and now the orange, the black, and the gray. They're all at the tavern. Okay, back to the red player's turn, and he can go visit the tavern. He has $3. So does he want to also visit the tavern, or is he just ready to build? Looking at him, he's at 2, 4, 6 out of the 10 that he can get at the village. So maybe we can go a little higher. I know that if I bring, let's see, this guy, it's going to turn him into a 4. So that will put him at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's an option, purple. He cannot do either the gray or the white. So these 2 guys cannot go to the tavern. He can go to the tavern, however, but he can't because he's brand new. So just the 1. So let's do it. Let's refresh him. It's going to cost me $1 out of the 3 that I have. And I move everybody. So the gray guy goes out. This guy goes in. And now I look for purple. And I send them to the tavern. Okay, that's the end of my turn. All right, yellow player is ready to do a construction action over in this town. He's got the brown, he's got the purple, and he's got the gray. Of course, everybody's going to have to put in some work. Let's see. The max he can get is 15 appreciation. Let's see how much he can get. Looks like he's sitting at 3 plus 3, 6. Plus 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So he has 1 too many. So it's 15 appreciation that he's going to get. Let's go ahead and before I forget, rotate everybody. Before I forget, let me get a block here on the -0. And then 15. Well, this is perfect because he has 8 and then he has 7. That's a total of 15. So that's actually works out great. He gets no buns. I don't think he needs any more buns. He's fine with buns for now. He just got to jump. By the way, if he wanted to, he doesn't have to jump. He can say, no, instead of jumping, I want to get bonds instead. He can actually stay in place and say, give me the 15 in bonds. Or he can jump 1, the 8, and then the other 7 get him in bonds. So he can do however he wants if he's needing money. But I think he's good with bonds right now. He doesn't even have enough time to go around and exchange everything. So I'm going to leave it like that. He took his turn. Everybody rotated. We're back to the red player who's also going to build. He was at the tavern. Now he's coming. I keep forgetting to move this guy. Alright, he's going to build. He's going to build at the village. The max he can get is 10. Let's see how much he's got. To the tavern, put him a little up, right? A little higher. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's at 8 because this guy is contributing 0. But everybody needs to rotate. So, actually, this guy is not going to rotate. This guy is a goner. I didn't see that. I thought he was brand new. He's not brand new. He's actually old as it comes. He is going to be put out of the box. He did all the work that he was ever going to do. And then this guy right here is about to retire as well. This guy turns into a 2, and this guy turns into a 2. There we go. Now let's see what we can do with 8 appreciation. 8, we at least get to jump, and then we have 1 left, which will take as another bond added to our bond, library. Alright, but that was the red player's turn. He lost a dude, so he might want to go higher, but we'll take care of that when his turn comes back around. Did I put a little? No, I didn't. Okay, I put a cube to indicate that I built there. And then we are back to Mr. Yellow. Okay, so Mr. Yellow wants to go to town. That is his goal. Does he have everybody that he needs? And I hope so because he has no money to hire. But let's see. He needs a lumberjack. He's got a lumberjack. He needs a tailor. He has a tailor. He needs a white guy. He doesn't have a white guy. And he needs a stonemason. And he has a stonemason. So he's just missing the white, which is right here for 2 talers. Of course, he doesn't have it. So with that said, let's go exchange some bonds. 1, 2, and 3. And I could go up in confidence, but right now I need the money more. So let's get another $6 so I can go hire the dude I need. I'm gonna have to go fast. Alright, we're back to the red player's turn. Red player has $2. And okay, now we have to figure it out because it's brand new. Alright, so here's a little place where I can go, or here. It's lumberjack, which I just lost, and the stonemason, which I do have. And over here is orange that I don't have, purple that I have, and stonemason. So regardless of where I go, I need to hire. So I need to hire either a bricklayer, which is 6 right now, or I need to hire a lumberjack, which is 3. Neither one I have enough money for. So with that said, then we'll do some day laboring. And I have 3 people on my company right now working for me, so that's $2 because it's rounded up. And I have nobody that's good at day laboring because they don't have the icon. So the $2 is the most I can get, but I'm happy with $2. Put my $2 over here, ready to hire that lumberjack so that I can go to the next town. I also have to remember I gotta stop. I have to pay $1 to get over here when I travel, so keep that in mind. But now we're back to Yellow, and he probably wants to travel. Yes, he is going to travel now. He's not gonna build this turn because he still needs to get that white glacier hired, but he could move 1 up, and that's free. That way he's saving his money for bigger, better things like hiring. Or he could just pay $1 and be where he needs to be. Regardless, he's going to have to go through construction, so I think he's fine right there. All right, we're back to the red player then, and now he can hire. So he wants to hire the lumberjack for 3. And where's the hammer? Okay, there's my thumb. Okay, he got a brand new extra appreciation that we didn't use. Now what happens with that 5 appreciation? We get it in bonds, 1 to 1. So we're going to be getting 5 bonds. And that's why you want to build your confidence at the bond exchange, because you want to exchange a bunch of bonds in one go. Because now I'm stuck with 6 bonds altogether, the 5 new that I'm getting and the one that I already had. So I'm going to have 6 bonds sitting, and I won't be able to convert them into money until like like one every time I pass through the rondel. But that new lumberjack, he's not brand new, but like brand new to him. So it goes right there. He paid his money. This gets a little cheaper. People go up. And you notice that we're still with the starting tiles. Yeah, 2 more starting tiles, and then we're on the regular ones. But that was it. That was his turn. We are back. Now, this guy has a chance to go to the tavern, which is not bad because that will move things around. Not that he needs to refresh. Does he need to refresh? Let's check it out. I have another 6 taler, but I don't want to spend it all in the tavern like I did last time. But can I refresh? This guy, if I don't refresh him, this is his last job. But I can refresh him because he's still stuck in the tavern. That's unfortunate. So the only ones that I could refresh are white and purple, and I don't have any white, so the only one I could refresh is the purple. Do I want to refresh him? It's not that he's going to turn any better, but he would be like fresh from the start again. That would put me down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's horrible appreciation. But I guess that I will do it, and then I have a plan. I think if I rest him now, and the main reason why I'm resting him is so that I can get these guys moving along. But if I rest him now, and then when day labor action comes along, I rotate him to get an extra 2 talers, he'll go back to that one that I like so much. So I'm going to spend 1 taler to rest the purple. And then I'm going to come here to my tavern, and first the guy in the dormitory comes out. All these guys in the salon get a room together. Guess maybe they're really, really drunk. And this guy moves into the salon, and we'll leave it like that. So red player is ready to go. She's hired, and now she needs to travel, which is going to cost her $1, which she has. Am I right? Yeah, because there's 2 spaces. So she really doesn't need to visit the money lender dude. However, she has a lot of bonds. She should start getting some confidence. So I think I'm going to visit him just to bring my confidence up and be able to exchange 3 at a time and be getting those $6 just like the yellow player is doing. So I'm going to leave it there and travel in a bit. Back to the yellow player. Now we know he can't construct because he doesn't have a white. I was going to do that trick with the day labor and get a little bit more money. So on my day labor action, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. So that gives me $3 right then and there. And then I'm going to get an extra $2 by rotating her and putting it back to 3. So let's see. I said 5 and an extra 2. No, I didn't say 5. Let me get the extra 2 from her. 3. Okay, so I'm up to 5 talers, so that's pretty good. Do I want to turn anyone else? I can't turn him because he would go home, bye-bye. But he does have the symbol. He does have the symbol. He would turn into a 1, which is the same, but then I'd have to worry about him retiring soon. He would turn into a 2. I don't want that, and he would be about ready to retire. So I'm going to leave it like that. I have enough money, I think. The yellow player is swimming in cash. If it was about earning money, this guy would have it in the bag. Of course, he doesn't have as many bonds because he's walked a little bit more. Actually, they've walked in the same, but he's being exchanged in the bonds. But anyways, that was the yellow player's turn. We go back to the red player, and what is he going to do? He needs to travel. So he's right here. He's just going to move 1 and travel. So we know where he's going. Red player is going to move 1 and 2 to get over here to this village. Can he? No, he cannot. So he's going to pay 1 taler. I was thinking, can he go here? But he doesn't have a bricklayer yet. So that was red player. Now we go back to our yellow player, and our yellow player, does he need to hire, or does he have everybody he needs? He needs to hire. He needs to hire the glazier. So he's going to take a higher action. The only glazier here costs 3. So here's 3 talers. He'll take it. Where's the hammer? Hammer's on the 4. Not bad. Okay. So right there, this moves. Everything moves up. Another stonemason. All right, that's his turn. We go back to the red player. Red player can visit the tavern or go straight to construction. I think because we're in a hurry, we're going to go straight to construction. Let's do it. We're going to go straight to construction. She's where she needs to be. -0 again. He has, what do you call it? A lumberjack and a stonemason, so she can build in the city. She can get up to a maximum of 10 appreciation. Let's see how much she got. All right, she's sitting at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 again. Let's let's rotate everybody. I keep saying flip. We're not flipping them, we're rotating them. Okay, this guy. And he is one job deal. All right, let's spend the 8 appreciation. She can go past the 5, but then she only has 3 left. So 3 more bonds coming her way. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to start putting them in 2 piles because there's just too many of them. All right, back to the yellow player. Let's see. Does he want to exchange more bonds? He has so much money. I don't think he needs to. But he could. I knocked that down. Was he already at 4 or 3? I think he was at 3. So I would make him go up to 4. Just so that, you know, he's maxed on that and doesn't have to worry about stopping there to max it out anymore. Back to red player. We could do day labor. Let's see, she's already built here, so now whether I go here or here, I'm gonna need an orange, and the orange is only 4, but I have no money, but I have a bunch of bonds, so how about moving real quick? 1, 2, 3, going to exchange some bonds. That is $4. And that's our turn. Now we go back here. Does he need to travel? Yes, he still needs to travel for free. He can get to the town. Now he's ready with all the people that he needs. We go back to the red player. Does she need to travel? She does need to travel. Now she needs to hire. I think if I start down this road, I'm going to be getting -2s to my appreciation. So I think I'm going to go back up here. Do I still have everything I need? I do. Okay, so I'm going to move 1 for free. Not even spend my money because I can't build this turn. So back to our yellow player. And does he want to go to the tavern? He has money. And we need to get those guys out of the tavern. Does he have anything that he wants to refresh? Yeah, I think he does. Let's check it out. First, the only things that he could get into the tavern is the white and the brown. The brown is about to retire, so probably a good idea to get him rested. And then this guy will turn into a 0, so probably not the best. So I'm just gonna spend a taler and give this guy a little bit more life. How does this work? It will be like this. First, everybody that was sleeping comes out. This one goes to the dormitory, and then we've taken the brown to the tavern. So there we go. That's it. Okay, now we go back to the red player's turn. So red player is going to have a travel action because, well, he needs to get over here to this city, which is the city where he's like to build. Of course, he can't build yet because he hasn't hired that orange dude, the bricklayer, yet. But it doesn't matter. We're back to the yellow, and he has choices. He can go to the tavern, or he can build. Now he's where he needs to build, and he's got everybody. Tavern. Almost all of his guys are out of the tavern now, so I don't think that that's so pressing. I think he's gonna go construct. And let's see, he's over there. He does get a bonus, and the bonus is that he can hire someone. So let me see if that takes effect at the end after he builds or before, because it's going to make a difference. It really doesn't say if you have to do it before building or after. It says at once. So I'm going to assume that he could do it after. He can't do it now because he's full. His company is full of employees. But he is going to get a -0 here. And he has the lumberjack, he has the tailor, he has the glacier, and he has the stonemason. So he's ready to go. Now over here, he can get up to 20 max of appreciation. Let's count it out. All right, his company is looking at 3, 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Only 15 right now. But hey, at least it didn't have a surplus. I don't know if that's good or bad actually. So let's go ahead and turn, 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 and no one retired. So we won't be able to take that extra action anyways because there's no room in his company for other employees. Let's see how much we can jump with 15. Is he gonna get as lucky? It looks like he, no, yeah, we're good, we're good. Okay, so it's, he has 15, here's 5. He has 10 left, so now he has 3 left. So 3 is 3 thalers. I mean, not $3, 3, what do you call them? Bonds. James bonds. Alright, so here's his 3 bonds. And yeah, I mean, he's one ahead. They're toe to toe with this thing going fast and going slow. Seems to, you know, get them. Apparently, it's pretty tight. But let's go back. Does the red player want to go to the tavern? He's in the same predicament. Not much to move around. He can also build, but he doesn't want to build. He could get a little bit more money. I think with that in mind, he has $4. He needs an orange. There's an orange for $4. It's going to disappear quickly. But he can't get to higher. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, he can. No, he can't. 1, 2, 3. No. So I think he's going to go to the tavern. So he doesn't need any more money, but refreshing some of these guys might be helpful. He can refresh anything but the purple and the white, which he doesn't even have a white. But this guy giving him 0, we can probably move him back a little bit. He would turn into a 3, which is better return, and that way we don't lose him. This guy, if I don't, he's going to retire soon. So again, let's see. I always have such a hard time with these arrows. Yeah, it will be this way. So he'll turn into a 2. So that's a good one. And he can only move those 2. So let's check if he can afford it. I think he can. If he wants to get 2 guys in the tavern, it's $3, 3 thalers. So he does have, there they are. He does have 3 thalers. Let's get rid of them. Okay, we're going to then move the brown and the stonemason. So first, the guy in the dormitory comes out. This guy moves, and then let's find the lumberjack and the stonemason. Go in there. Okay, there we go, and let's rotate them. So this guy is going to turn into a 3. This guy's going to turn into a 2, and stay with us a little longer. Alright, so the yellow player needs to figure out where does he want to go next. He's already hit these 2 towns. There doesn't seem to be another town close by. Next town is all the way here. It would take him 1, 2, 3 to get there. You can also just make a quick stop over here. Does he have all those colors? He has a lot of colors. I think he has all the colors. Yes, he can. So he can kind of make his way to this monastery. He's going to get a -2 in appreciation, unfortunately, but it is on his way to the big town that he likes. So in the meantime, until he gets there, we can get some money, but I don't think he needs any. He can hire, but there's, no need to hire. So we're just going to do the bonds. Now we're already at max, so we don't need to do anything with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to exchange 4 of these. He's going to get a ton of money. 4 is $8. So he is rich, I tell you. And that's his turn. We go back to our friend, the red player, where is he? He wants to construct, but he can't. So one, he doesn't need the money. Actually, now he needs the money because he spent it at the tavern. So he's going to have to do some day laboring. And, you know, he's got 3 people there, so that's going to give him 2 money, which is still not enough to get the big orange dude that's up there. Oh, I shouldn't have gone to the tavern. I spent all my money there. Okay, well, that was that was a bad decision. All right, back to the yellow. The yellow has to travel, and sure, I'll travel 2, which is gonna cost me $1. Actually, let me travel the whole expanse of it 3 because no, I'm gonna build here. Yeah, what am I talking about? So $1, and that's it for the yellow player. We go back to the red, who now cannot hire. Yeah, what have I done? Whew. Well, I don't want to go back and undo what I've done, so I'm just gonna live with it. We're just gonna go real fast. We're gonna go to the bonds, and we're going to exchange 3 bonds and make $6. There we go. Back to the yellow. He still doesn't need to go to the tavern, but he can build. So we move 2 and we'll build over there. Let's put the yellow here on the -2, so I remember that it's -2. He has everybody that he needs. Let's see how much appreciation, and then turn everyone clockwise. Hopefully we won't lose anybody. So it looks like we have 1, 2, plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we only made it to 11. We're losing 2, so we're down to 9. Let's move everyone. He is going to retire. He is about to retire. He's about to retire as well. He is retiring. Okay, and he's about to retire. So this company needs new employees. And I should tell you that the employees that are retired, they get put away in the box. They do not come back. We have enough that we haven't even touched. Remember those ones that I put on the side? We haven't even had a need to refill yet. Well, back to what we're doing. We are at 9 appreciation, and the yellow player can jump, but then cannot jump the next one because he only has 2 left. That's going to be 2 bonds, which is good because now he's running low on bonds, although he's running high on money. So no big deal. Okay, and then we go back to the red player. Red player is, he made that mistake of going to the tavern. He's not making that mistake again. Although now, if he goes to the tavern, he can refresh. And the only other thing he can do is get some money for, like, he will get $2 for his day workers. The problem is that I'm looking at his tavern, and there's really isn't these colors he doesn't have. So because he cannot refresh anyone, he's just gonna go ahead and make, let's see, he's gonna, well, he can travel. Yeah, I think he should, actually, he's where he needs to be. So he doesn't need to travel. So 1 and 2 and 3. Let's have him make some repairs. Let's see. If he makes repairs, he will be a 2 for 5. He can get 5 bonds. That's not good. So I guess we will go to the tavern, but let me see. Well, I double check, and instructions say that a player may send people to the tavern, even though we're taking a tavern action. So that means that I can just get the guys out, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these guys out. I'm going to bring these guys in, but I'm not sending anyone in the tavern because, well, I don't have anybody of that color. But, at least I'm taking the tavern action, and I'm moving forward so that I can, well, finally go higher. That guy's still there. Luckily, the yellow player hasn't taken any higher actions, although now I see that he has 2 spots in his company, so I better hurry, says the red player. But back to the yellow player. He's up here. He doesn't need to do any day laboring because, so he has enough money. Where is he at? I think he might want to go higher, but let's see. He's right here. He wants to come to this town, and he needs a lumberjack, which he doesn't have. He needs a tailor, which he has. He needs a stonemason, which he doesn't have. And he needs a blacksmith, which he has. So he needs a stonemason, and he needs a lumberjack. So it is time for him to hire. So go over here. He got there first. Sorry, red player. You're out of luck if you don't find a yellow, an orange tile. Let's see. So back to yellow. He needs a lumberjack, which I see down here. And what else does he need? He needs a stonemason. Yes, he needs a stonemason, which there are no stonemasons. Oh no, there is one. but he's about to be retired. So I think we're going to go for the lumberjack. Not that, you know, it's the best lumberjack that we can get for our buck. It's the only lumberjack that we can get for our buck. So it's over here on the 1. Put him down there. This guy goes away because nobody hired him. Everything goes up. And we're going to get 2 new ones. Okay. And no orange, which means you poor thing. And I'm just going to put a new stack here from the stack we had off camera. Okay, so unfortunately the yellow player kind of ruined the red player's plans. That's what happened when you don't go fast. I thought you were the fast dude. What happened to you? So yeah, red player is going to have to rethink his plans because there is no guy that he could hire here. So if he does repairs, how bad is it? It's 5, so he doesn't have enough to do repairs and jump up here. He has a lot of money. He might as well hire, but where does he think he's going to go next? I mean, he can go to this town. Let's see. Of course, he has nothing that the town wants. He has a tailor, and he has a stonemason. He's missing the glacier and the blacksmith. So I'm going to have him hire just because he has a lot of money. So I'm going to have him 1, 2, and 3 hire. And he's going to get this stonemason up here. This guy is 5. And he would start here on the 2. And with that, this guy gets a little cheaper and everyone comes up. And if it's an orange, it's not an orange. But where are the oranges? Okay, so that was red player's turn. Now yellow player, he can hire. Wait, I thought he hired. He did hire. I just moved into the wrong space. All right, does he want more money from bonds? I don't think it's necessary right now. Although he does have 4, which is what he can exchange. But does he just want to go and travel and get closer to the city? Does he have everything he needs? He has the blacksmith. I think he's missing one. He's missing the stonemason. Okay, so let's go quicker through the wheel and have him travel. It's going to be free to move 1. Back to the red player who also wants to move quickly and start thinking of other things that he can do. He needs to hire people for this action. So does he want more money? He has $4. I think we're going to get him up in confidence so he can start trading those faster. Okay, back to the yellow. He could go to the tavern or he could build, but he needs one more guy to build. So he could do day labor or yeah, that's about it. So let's go to the tavern. Is there anyone that I can refresh and make better? The glacier is about to retire, so we can kind of help him out a bit. Let's see. This guy would turn, yeah, this one would get better, but we can't do this guy because he's still in the tavern. We can't do this guy either, he's still in the tavern. He's about to retire, so I will probably want to, yeah, all of these guys are about to retire, so let's save them. That's 3 of them. Okay, so 3 is $6. So let's pay that. It's a lot of money. I should have exchanged what I had, but I didn't. All right. Okay, let's refresh everyone. He comes out, he goes in there, and now we are putting in the tavern our blacksmith, we're putting in the tavern the bricklayer, and our glass worker. And everybody rotates. Let's see. He's about to be retired. This way? Yeah. Counterclockwise, Annabelle. Just do it counterclockwise. Don't think about it. There you go. Counterclockwise. Alright, tavern action finished. We go back to our red player who just wants to move quickly through things. Does he have to travel? Well, he will if he's going to go down here. But yeah, I guess he should because he doesn't want to spend money later. So he'll go to town and that will be it for him. It's free. Back to yellow. Yellow, let's see. He's still These were construction. As far as construction, um, he still needs the stonemason, right? The stonemason, the gray. However, what if he wants to do repairs? He can pick 3 guys to do repairs. His next jump is a 6. Can he make it to 6? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, he can. So I think so. I think just to get things moving and get that 6 done, because the next one is a 9. That's a high number. So it's hard for him to get 15, especially with his low numbers. So let's go ahead and do repairs. And you also have never seen the action yet. So let me show you. So in order to make it to 6, I need to look at the number that's inside. And I see there's a 2, a 1, a 2, and a 2. So a lot of guys have 2. So I can only use 3. But if I use 3 of them, all worth 2, I can get to 6 and jump to the next step. So who do I want to use? Let's use you. That's 2 and 4 and 6. 2, 4, 6. So with 6, we get to jump to the next spot because that's a 6. Now we need a 9, big number. Okay, so we're done with his turn, and he's now, I know I said I was going to go slow and go to towns with him, but I couldn't pass that opportunity. All right, back to red player's turn, who's falling behind on the what do you call it, on the tracker. Let's see. That really ruined him, not being able to hire that guy. He can go to the tavern. I don't think he wants to spend time going to the tavern. He needs a 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, he could make it if he just did some work. But would he lose any guys? No, he wouldn't. Okay, so he's going to do it. He's going to do the same thing that the yellow player turn. He's going to do repairs. No matter where he's at, you can do repairs. And he needs a 7 to jump. I'm going to try to use as few people as possible. This guy gives me 3. Oh, well, he turns into a 0. That's probably not that bueno. 3, 4, 5. He turns into a 3. Good. And then I need 7, so I better use him. Another 0. 6, 7. Well, now my guys are really crappy, but I get to jump 1. And I get no buns in return. And back to the yellow player. He still needs to hire. Let's see. He doesn't need any money, so I'm going to hire again. Who do we need? Let's check it out. I think it's a stonemason. Yes, it is a stonemason. And there is a stonemason there for $4, which I still hold. So we're going to get the stonemason, put it here on the 4. And just like that, his company is full again. This gets cheaper. Everyone goes up. And red player is like, show me orange. But nope, they didn't. Okay, that's it. And I need to go exchange some bonds again because I'm running low on money one more time. Back to the red player. Okay, he can hire, but now who does he need to hire? He's got the black, he's got the purple, he's got the stone. All he needs is a white. Okay, let's go hire. He has $4, and that's exactly what the glacier costs. So we'll take it. Starts on the 5, which I like that number. Okay, and then everything goes up. Actually, before everything goes up, no, we need to move this, but it's nobody wanted this guy. So we put it back on the 6, and now there we go. We should be getting some fresh faces here. Hopefully some orange. No orange wants to come out. Wow, we are full of tailors. The market is just crowded with tailors in this time and age. Right, back to the yellow player. Let's see. I will exchange my bonds because, like I said, I need the money. Okay. Alright, so now I'm back to $9. I feel better about myself. Alright, and we go back to this guy who he hired, who he needed to hire. He can probably use some money too. So, and he can now exchange 4 as well. 4, so that's $8 coming your way. Okay, there we go. Back to the yellow. Does he need to travel? Yellow is where he's supposed to be. Does he need to go to the tavern? He does have a lot of guys stuck in the tavern. Can he refresh anyone? There's a lot of things that are in the tavern right now. Really, the only things that he could refresh are purple and the gray. Let's see. The purple, yeah, if I refresh him, he's gonna turn into a 1, which is not great, but he would stick around longer. And the gray, if I refresh him, he would turn into a 1, but stick around longer. I don't know about that. I think I'm just gonna run everyone out of the tavern. Okay, so first this guy's gonna come out and join the rest, and these guys are all going to sleep, and we've done our tavern action. The red player is ready to go. He's going to skip the travel, skip the tavern, and finally build because he needs to catch up. And he's in town, which is great. He can do up to 20 appreciation points. And does he have everything? He's got a blacksmith. Yes, he's got a purple. He's got a glacier. And he's got a stonemason. So yes, he does fit the requirements to build in this town. Let's see how much appreciation he got, up to a total of 20. He also gets the bonus of 3 talers because the city where he is building has a 3 taler bonus, so that he finally somebody gets the bonus. So I'll go ahead and take 3. Now he's rich. All right, well, good for you, mister. Running low on bonds, but running high on money. Okay, how far can he get? He's got 5 plus 0 is 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 10 out of 20. That's not that great. Rotate everybody before I forget. Yep. He should have gone to a village if he was only gonna do 10. But hey, at least he got there first. So let's jump 10 on the track. So he's down here, he can jump with 10, he can jump once. That's a 7, and he has 3 left, so he cannot make it up there to the 6, but at least he has 3 more bonds that he can exchange, although he's rich. And we go back to our, did I put the little token? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, we go back to yellow player. What is yellow player going to do? Does he need to move? No, he's been in the right place for a while. Does he need to go to the tavern? No, I think he wants to build. 1, 2, 3. I think it's his turn to build. And over there, let's see, he gets 4 talers. I believe I said at the beginning of the game that in this game money is hard to come by, and now you see all my players rich. So I don't know what I was talking about. Anyways, so we did the bonus, which I think is at the end, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna put a little construction block, and we have everybody, right? We have the brown, we have the purple, we have the stonemason, and we have the blacksmith. Yes, let's see how much appreciation, up to 20, we can get in this construction. Okay, so it looks like we're at 4 plus 2, 6, 9, 10, 13, 14. We made it to 14. Let's rotate everybody. This guy's gonna go, this guy's gonna go. Rotate, rotate, and rotate. So 2 more retirees. Okay, so with 13 points and losing no points because he's the first one here, we can definitely jump up here, and then we have 4 left, which is not enough to jump to the 6, but going to give us 4 bonds, which is perfect because that is exactly the number that we can exchange. So we'll be able to get, not that we need more money, but you know, we did lose a few workers, a few craftsmen during this turn. So that was it for him. Go back to the red players who still needs to catch up. And he just built, so what does he need? Well, he's got a lot of people. He's no orange still, so he cannot go there. He's built everywhere here. Can he build here in this town and make another $4? He's got the stonemason, he's got the tailor, he's the lumberjack, the stonemason, the tailor, he's got the blacksmith. So yes, so all he's got to do is move up there. So he doesn't need to hire, at least not this turn. So let's try and skip as much as we can. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's exchange some bonds since we're at max. Let's get more money. Why not? Okay, 4. That's $8. Okay. And let's change this for 3. Wow, he's swimming in the money. All right, our yellow player, does he need, he just built, does he need to hire? I mean, he could. Where is he going next? He could come and do, we can go to the other town, the only town, and that would probably guarantee that he gets up here. Or he can actually also come to this monastery. He'd be first there. He can go up to 15, but he'll need to move 1, 2, 3, which is $3. That's not that bad. He's got enough money. Who does he need to hire to come here? He's got the purple. He's got the stonemason. He needs an orange. Okay, well, we know That's right. No one can go there. There's no orange. But there's no need for orange here. He's got the, let's see. He doesn't have the blacksmith, but he has the tailor. He has the glacier. He has a stonemason. So all he would need is a blacksmith. Now there are of course, there's no blacksmith to be hired. Oh man. Oh well, oh well, oh well. So, and we need 6 points. We're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5. So, if we get here, can we make it to 6 so we can jump the last spot? Let's see. All he would need is the 2 that he's got. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're not going to hire anybody. Actually, we will have to hire someone if we want to get high enough. So let's hire someone. We're going to hire, that guy's 6, but he comes in as a 7. So more than we need though, because we need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We only need 6. We have 2, 3, 4, 5. We only need 1 more, so we could go cheap. We don't want to go so cheap either. We have a lumberjack. Everything in here we have, because there's a lot of tailors. I think because my lumberjack is about to go, I'm going to get a new lumberjack. This guy for 5 that starts at a 4, and that will give me enough to be able to jump that last one. This gets a little cheaper. Everything comes up. Come on, it's gotta be an orange, right? No, it's not. Okay. All right, back to our red player. Does he need to travel? Probably, yeah. Let's see. What we said, he was gonna go to that town, right? Because he had everything. I think so. So how? Let's make him travel. He needs to go 2. 2 is $1. Okay, so we're going to exchange places pretty much. $1. So here's $1. Okay, back to this guy. Does he need the money? He doesn't need the money, but that doesn't mean that he might not need it later. But I think he can wait. He's going to travel, and it's the same. 1, 2. They're exchanging places. So it's $1. And now red player is going to build. He's going to skip the tavern and build. Build over here. He makes $4. Let me get him before I forget. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and we can put a little cube here to indicate that we're getting at -2, but we can go up to 18 because we're going to lose 2. This time around we're at 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. So we made it to 10. Let's go ahead and rotate everybody. This guy's going to retire. This guy's going to retire. Okay, there we go. All right, with 10, we can definitely move 1 up. Unfortunately, we have 4 left, not enough to move again. So we get 4 change in bonds. Put them right here. And we can go to the yellow player's turn, who is in the same predicament. Is going to skip the tavern and go build. I think I figured it out, and he's good to jump that last spot. So he's at -2. He can make up to 18. Let's see what he's got. He's got 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. So I think that's really more than he needs. But he's at 9. Let's go ahead and rotate everybody. He's retiring. He's retiring. He's retiring. Oh wow, he lost a lot of workers. Got 9 in appreciation, and also the bonus. Bonus in the city is 3 talers. And now let's deal with the appreciation. He finally made it. He is now the master of masters. He made it all the way to the top of the track. Now it doesn't end there. In order to finish the game, at least one of the players needs to get back to the castle and be able to build there. So that means that in order to build in the castle, he needs appreciation of 15, which is not easy to get to. So he's gonna have to travel and hire a bunch of good people so that he can get up to all the way to that number, the high number 15. But in the meantime, we're going back to the red player, who is still trying to get up there, because if the red player gets all the way up there, she can also bite for trying to get to the Queen's Castle and build there. And then we count how much power our craftsmen have in total, who's the highest in total. if both make it to the castle. If only one makes it to the castle, then he's the winner. He was the only queen's architect. But let's see what this guy's gonna do. Definitely not day labor. He doesn't need any more money. He could hire. He is in need of workers. Where is he going to go next? Well, he's over here. He's already built there. He hasn't built here. Does he have? He needs purple, and there's purples everywhere. So you know what? He's going to hire, and he's going to get that guy for 5, because it's going to last him a long time. And now he starts at 7. It's great. And since he bought the top guy, this resets, and we go over here. And an orange? Yes, an orange, finally. I wish she could hire 2 things, because she would. 2 things, 2 craftsmen. But that's it, you can only hire 1. So she's done. We go back here, and this guy can hire. Well, look at that. He needs the best people around for the last construction. So 1, 2. I'm looking, and this guy is going to start at 2. He's got a 6. The best guy around right now is this one at 4, because I only need to build 1 more time. So I'm going to pay 3 to hire a tailor, and I don't have a tailor, so. And you see that at the Queen's Castle, there's no issue with matching, like there's no symbols. So you can use whoever you want, as long as you get to those 15 charisma, or not charisma, what is it called? Attention, reputation, I forgot the name. All right, red player is still on it. Do I need money? I don't think he needs to cash these in. I think he can wait. But he does need to travel. Where were we going? 1, 2. Were we going down here? Yeah, I think so. We said we were going down here just to push through that 9. But we're going to get a -2, so the best we can do is 8. So that's not great. 1, 2. We just hired someone. Where can we go that we haven't been before? We need a lumberjack for that one, so that's not going to help us. We need orange. Nowhere with orange. We don't care about nowhere with orange. If we go here, we need a lumberjack for that, lumberjack for that. Oh gosh, we're running low on possibilities here, because I don't want to just get 8. I want to go to at least a monastery. And looks like the only monastery takes either a lumberjack or, yeah, lumberjacks or orange. So I just need to hurry up and get back to hiring. Oh, by the way, I forgot to bring this up. I probably need to move that down. That I don't remember. Alright, so let's just go fast. I don't know if I should travel, but I don't want to stay up there when I'm stuck. I want to maybe get near the capital. So I will move 1, 2, and travel. Don't want to travel too far because I don't know where I'm going. Because it depends on. Actually, I kind of know where I'm going. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna move 3 and pay 3. So I don't want to. This gives me a better, because I'm either going to the brown or I'm going to the orange. One of these 2 monasteries is what I'm looking at. Depends on who's left when I go higher. If it's the lumberjack or the bricklayer. But that's it. I traveled now over here. I also need to travel because I need to get to the capital. I know that. So I'm gonna go here and travel, and I'm going to move 1, which is free. All right. So can I do repairs and jump? I need a 9. I don't think so. 3, 4. Nope. 5. Nope. I can't. So let's just do. Shall we go tavern and just refresh some of these guys? I would like to move more. Yeah, I would like to move more than just a tavern. So 1, 2, 3. Let's do day labor. I don't care. I'm only getting 2 talers. I don't need to rotate anybody to get extra talers. Okay, let's change 1, 2, 3. All right. I just did that to move. Not that I need the day labor. All right. How about this guy? He can't construct yet, but he doesn't need a tavern either. 1, 2, 3. Okay, fine. What's up the tavern? Let's do the tavern just because I need to move, and I don't want to do day labor. I have enough money. I need to get to hiring more people so I can get to 15. So if I refresh, can I get a better crew? First, I gotta keep in mind that I can only refresh the gray, the purple, and the brown. Okay, that's pretty much what I got. Gray, purple, and brown. So I can refresh everybody. Let's see. This guy definitely needs to be refreshed. He would only turn into a 1, but it's better. But then maybe... No, but I only need one more job. So okay, so I'm gonna refresh him. He looks pretty good at 4. I will turn him into a... No, I will turn him into a 5. So yes, we're gonna refresh him. And this guy will turn into a 3. So we'll refresh everybody. Let's do it now before I forget how this goes. Counterclockwise. Yes, like that, and like that. So if I look at the arrows, I go crazy. Okay, let's pay for that. If I'm refreshing 3, I need to pay 6. And all these guys are gonna go in there, but before they can go in there, all these guys are coming out. And now I put my 3 new guys in the salon. I might need to cash in some bonds before I have $1 to hire. Oh, that was probably a bad idea, this whole refreshing thing. Oh, well, I did it. All right, back to red. Does he want to hire? He has 2 spots. And he's thinking, well, you know what? I might as well, because now I know that I'm gonna need some when I get to the final guy. Let's see. He has money, so he's gonna move 1 to the higher spot. And who does he want to hire? He needs that orange. Oh yes, he needs that orange. Let's do that. Or do we get the lumberjack? Lumberjack comes at 1, 4, 2. Yeah, lumberjack is gonna stick around a little longer, so let's do that. And he's the only lumberjack around. Okay, so this thing gets a little cheaper. Everything moves up. Can't believe that now there's an orange and I skipped right through it. But I'm gonna do lumberjack things. Although here I wouldn't lose any points. I would be at -0. But I'm not gonna make it to 13. I'm barely gonna make it to 9. Okay, so let's go back. So construction, not yet. Day labor, no thank you. Hiring, I only have $1. Do I want this guy for $1? Sure. I'm not gonna say no to a guy that's sitting here wanting a job. I have 2 more spots. So okay, so first this guy, nobody wanted him. Go back to 6. Here 1 goes up. Get 2 new guys. I wrecked the board. Okay, so that was my hiring. Yeah, at least I have 3. He's about to retire, but 3 is 3. And let's move over here. Let's see. Let's see. I have 5, 8, 9, 10. No. I have 5, 9, 10, 13. So I only need 2 more, and I can actually trigger the end of the game. So not bad for yellow player. Let's move to red player. I need to. Do I need money? I still don't think I need money. Although you see how you can spend money real quick in this game. But I'm gonna travel. And I'm going to go to this lovely monastery where I can build, because I have the lumberjack, I have the tailor, and I have the stonemason. So getting ready to build. Over here, we don't need to travel. Do we need the bonds? Yes, we need to hire people. So let's exchange some bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's $8 coming my way. Okay, now back to the red player. We're gonna skip the tavern. We're going straight to building. Yes, we're going to build. I'm gonna put in. I also want you to notice that I'm running out of building blocks. Like I need to be going for the low numbers and not getting enough appreciation when you actually do a construction action can hurt you, because I can only build 1 more, and then what am I gonna do? And honestly, yeah, that's gonna be a tough one for me. It's like photo finish over here, because I still need to jump 2 more spots. But in the meantime, I'm here. I can get a maximum of 13 appreciation. 15 is the max, but I'm getting a -2, so 13 is the max I can get. Let's see how much I got. Okay, looks like I have 3, 4, oh, here, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow, I have 15. I have enough to build a queen and a castle, but of course I can't. Alright, well, the most I can get is 13, like I said, so 13 it is. Let's rotate. This guy's about to retire. This guy's retiring. Okay, and let's go deal with the 13 appreciation we just got. So with 13, I can definitely skip to the next step with the 9, but then I only have 4 left, so 4 left is not enough to jump through the 6. There is a 4, I don't know if you noticed, there is one of these marks that is actually just a 4, which I could have jumped, but we got the 6 in this game. So there we go, there's more bonds for you, Mr. Bond, James Bond. Back to yellow. I don't need to travel. I don't need to go to the tavern. I'm going to... Do I have 15? I don't think I have 15 yet. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, I have 13. So I need to hire more people. So with that in mind, I guess I will go to the tavern, see if I can refresh any of my guys and make them a little better. And also refresh down here. Now I can refresh the other 3. The orange, the black, and the white. So all I have is white. So... But he's about to be retired if I... No, he's brand new. No, he's about to retire. Counterclockwise. No. Counterclockwise. But I'm bringing him down to 1 if I do that. So I don't think I want to. I only have 1 more job to do. It's unfortunate that I can't switch the other guys because... Like, well, no, doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'll just refresh down here. Alright, so these guys are all going to stay put. These guys are going into sleep. And we've done our tavern turn. And you see how sometimes you're just doing turns, you're just doing actions just to move through the rondel faster. I wish there was a way, like if you pay money, that you could go around the rondel faster. If you had, you know, I don't know, pay 1 to move 1 space or pay 3 to move 1 space. I don't care. I'm sitting on a lot of money and I can't move fast enough to do what I want to do. Anyways, back to the red player. Let's see. He wants to hire. Does he want to hire? He's got money. He's got space. Sure. Let's hire. So 1, 2, and we need that orange dude, don't we? Do we? We need to scroll through the... Yeah, we do. Well, over here we have brown and white, which we do have. So really we should just hire someone that's going to last us a while. So I think I'm going to pay... I'm just looking into the future. If we actually make it to the queen, to build the queen a castle. So we'll put that one there. This guy gets a little cheaper. Everyone goes up. I don't know that we're going to get there because this guy's about to beat us, but he can't do it this turn. This turn he can't. He's still not at 15, so 1, 2, 3, he's going to hire. Now is when he's going to hire the last dude that he needs. He's got the money. He's just going to go for the best one out there, which is the top guy. It's going to start at a 5, and it actually only cost him 5 because, well, he's on some special today. So this guy gets back. So everybody goes up. Now there's a bunch of orange around. Okay, there we go. So now I think he's ready. He is looking at 5, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, he's looking at 18. So he's where he needs to be. The only other requirement that he needs to fulfill is that he needs to be up there in the construction action. But he just has to run through the rondel. Again, if we could use money, he would get there faster, but we can't. So we're just going to go there slowly. In the meantime, the red player is still trying to catch up, and he doesn't need money. He's going to travel. 1, 2. Okay, and he just needs to move up 1 for free. Just to get that 6 done, and it's going to be his last building, but he'll be at the top, so that means that he's able to also come down here and build a queen's castle. So he can't do it. I mean, he might be able to do it, but I think it's going to be too slow. But that's his travel action. He's finished. Now this guy, he just wants to, he doesn't have any bonds, so he doesn't need to bond action. He doesn't need to travel. 1, 2, 3. So he's stuck at the tavern because he cannot get to the construction. So at the tavern, he doesn't need to refresh anything. I'm just going to bring all these guys out. Doesn't really matter. Back to this guy. He's going to quickly build because he wants to at least say that he made it to the top. So he's got the people he needs. He can make up to 10 appreciation points. Let's see what he got. Looks like this time around he's at 3, 4, plus 6, 9. Okay, he has over here he's got 10 already, and he can only make 10. So 10 it is. Let's rotate everybody. This guy's gonna retire. This guy's gonna retire. This guy's gonna retire. Oh wow, you got a lot of retired people over there. And just like that, he's down to 2 workers, but he does have 10 appreciation. And with 10 appreciation, he is going to skip to the last step, which means that he is also, what do you call it? He's also capable, or he's allowed to come to the queen's place and try to build for her. But he needs to get to 15, and I don't think he's at 7 right now, looks like. Okay, so this guy is going to do it though. It's his turn. He's going to construct, and he's met all the requirements that need to be fulfilled. He's in the center. He's got more than 15. We counted it, but we'll double count it just to check. And he's at the top of the track. Let's make sure he's got 15. He's at 5, 4, 9, 10, 15, 18. He's at 18 actually, so he's more than got it. Now, when you do the queen's palace, you don't need to rotate your workers, your craftsmen, so they're gonna stay just like they are. And really, there's no need to rotate them, because what happens is that everybody else takes a turn. Actually, it says everyone else takes a turn until the person who's to the right of the first player. But in this case, we're all just gonna take a turn, which is just the red player, and then figure out who's the winner. I'm pretty sure the yellow players got it, but we're going to give the red player one last turn. Yeah, there's not much he can do. He could go higher, probably 1, 2 to make it to 15, but he still has to travel, so he's not gonna make it. But if he was to hire, let's say he hired for 5, he could hire this guy. Starts at 5. Putting him 5, 10, 12. So he did try, and that's it. That would be the end of the turn. Now we would check how many players made it to the queen's castle. Only 1 player. Then that player is the winner. So the yellow player is the winner. Now, like I said before, if more players got here, then we sum the power of their company, the rondel, the power that they have in the craftsmen, the sum of their craftsman power, and whoever has the highest sum is a winner. And if there's a tie there, then we are all considered winners. But that's it. That's a full run through of the Queen's Architect. Hope you enjoyed it. Well guys, there you have it. That was a full run through of Queen's Architect. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I always ask you, you know what to do. Give us a thumbs up. It really shows us that you care, that you're watching these videos, and that you enjoy our content. If you haven't done so already, you can join us and follow us on Twitter and on Instagram, where we post pictures of your favorite board games, and also let you know what videos are coming next, and ask you questions like, what hero would you like me to play? What game would you like me to play next? So join us there. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to Meeple Village. You know how to do it. If you have any suggestions or comments, I read them all. Please leave one below. I will see you guys on the next video, but until then, may you play more games.